Hey there everybody, Flemzeron here, and with another action figure review. This is Tenma from Saint Seiya. Sorry about that little shaking thing earlier, I'm not really used to using my flip video, but this guy is Tenma from Saint Seiya. Look at him stare at you. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Let me just put the flip video up a little bit. Okay, it's actually standing on a DVD case, so as you can see, it's Tenma. You know, as far as like his actual features, I mean, it looks like Tenma. This stuff's pretty metallic too, so you can see yourself in it too. And you know, his head it looks like him. I actually like the way he looks in this figure form that I do in the actual show. Specifically, it's from Saint Seiya, The Lost Canvas, which I think is the new one that came out. I don't know much about Saint Seiya. I watched it a little bit, but other than that, I don't know much about it. And by watch it, I mean like the original series from like when Toonami was still around. But yeah, I think Bam Presto made this. I can't remember who. But anywho, as far as and you know, his little belt thing goes up. His shoulder pads can move around. And yeah, as far as his articulation goes, with all his armor on, it's a little limited, but you know, his head can rotate. I think it can go yeah, it goes all the way. So it's kind of hard to get her. His arms move up and down. And just so I can show you exactly what kind of, as you can see, he's got this little joint right here, but then he's got a ball joint right here so he can move around. So he can move it, you know, like this, and full 360. He can move his forearm and do this and move his wrist. His little thing fell off. There are a lot of armor pieces. Hold on a second. There are a lot of armor pieces. There are a lot of armor pieces to this figure, and probably any other figure in the series. But they come with the cool metallic thing, so you know, it's almost like having like a little miniature set of armor. You know, must fix shoulder pad. Great, now I'm breaking them. Just give me a minute while I fix them. I got this figure from the daily deal thing from Crunchyroll. It was pretty dang cheap. I literally got this guy just because he looked cool. And you know, yeah, so you know, he looked cool, and he came today. Of course, it took a while. I actually placed the order for this guy like 5 months ago, but you know, it was worth the wait. His body moves up and down and can twist barely. His legs move about here. It can move back and forward, bend at the knees. And there's also like a little joint thing. It's kind of like the arms where they have this one little jump and then they have another one to kind of put the arm further. And then his feet, his fully metallic feet, they can move. You can go up and down. They also have a little joint at the foot. You know. But yeah. Now as far as accessories, well, don't fall, Tenma. Don't fall. He comes with a few things. He comes with, you know, the standard extra hands. So fists. Then he comes with 2 armored hands. A set of palms, and then he's got this little kung fu hand. Then he's also got this little bracelet thing. I'm assuming it's part of the series. I don't know. Maybe he's one of those characters where like, oh, I have to keep this as a memento of my sister or my mom or girlfriend. I don't know. And just in case you don't like him with his little head thing on, he's also got another set of hair. This is the one he actually came with. And unlike, you know, the Saber figure or probably most Figma figures, where they just have extra faces for little emotions, This guy comes with an extra head. So, you know, you would just pop off his head and then, you know, put on that one. Put his regular head back on. He looks funny. He's starting to realize that he's being recorded. He also came with this coolio little stand thing, probably so far the best looking stand I've seen. And of course, what would he be without his little animal spirit thing, who just dropped its wing? He comes with his animal guy, Pegasus. Which for some reason can come apart at like a little hinge thing. For some reason, this guy comes apart. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know, something to do with the figure. And that's pretty much it. This is a pretty nice figure. He's also a pretty tall guy, too. My only gripe with this figure is that his armor pieces are really pretty fragile. If you're one of those kind of people who like to play with action figures, or you just, I don't know, then he'll probably break or something, I don't know. But particularly his belt, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm having a real lot of trouble keeping it particularly straight. It keeps popping slightly out of place. It holds in pretty well. But yeah. Like if I were to just keep, yeah, it just falls off and like his belt comes off. And also, he comes without all his armor on. As you can probably guess, and I'm probably making a huge mistake by doing this. As you can probably guess, his armor is actually removable. And, you know, he's got a bunch of... I'm actually going to show you guys what he looks like without all his armor on. But it's also a bit of a pain to get all this armor on and off if you kind of want to pose him in different sort of styles. And plus he looks pretty dang bad without all his armor on. So if you don't really like to assemble your action figures before you actually get ready to play with them or pose them or put them wherever you put action figures, then this figure probably won't appeal to you. And if you like to have figures looking in like a certain kind of way, whether it be without their armor on or whatever, you may not like this figure because the way he looks without his armor is not that good, honestly. I'm not saying he's a bad figure, I'm just saying, you know, he doesn't really look that good without all his armor on. He looks alright. I might even switch his head. Yeah, I'm going to switch his hair. Dang, this is a long video. So you see his little hairpiece, and here's where it goes. Little hole right there. I'll, of course, probably fix him up before I take him back to my room. Switch his head. Alright. Let's see, next his chest plate, which you also have to assemble a little bit. There's a little bit of tidbit stuff you have to fill in. Like, there's some stuff you could probably go without, but for the most part, you kind of have to keep them in sort of a kind of look, I guess, or I don't know. There's actually some part to his little belt thing that actually was part of the Pegasus. But, you know, smooth his armor. And I'm almost out of battery, so I need to make this one quick. But here's what he looks like without his armor. As you can tell, he's got really, really thin effing legs. So in all actuality, he doesn't look that good without it. And just in case you guys care, here's his armor. Here's him close up. He's staring at you. But yeah, a nice figure. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this one. And let me pose him real quick. Just to give a little goodbye pose. I will see you guys later. Kick to the face. Whop! Okay.